Just imagine, your birth mom's been acting pretty strange lately. She's not talking to you like she used to, and she's been keeping herself pretty distant. Then one day, you suddenly figure out that the person you've been thinking is your mom all this time. She isn't actually your mom at all. The person who's been disguising themselves is someone completely different, maybe even someone who's kidnapped your real mom and taken her place. She's always keeping herself hidden, wearing some kind of bandages. You often have weird dreams about her, and her actions in real life are just as creepy as those dreams. She's brought you to a deserted area where there are no people around. Hi, unique storytellers here. In this recap, I'll be explaining a German psychological thriller film called Goodnight Mommy. There was a family consisting of a mom and her two twins, Lucas and Elias. They had just relocated to a new house nestled deep within the forest, close to a serene lake. Mommy used to be a choir member who was quite famous on local television. One day, while playing a game of hide and seek around their new abode, Lucas and Elias spotted their mom returning home. Excitedly, they dashed to greet her, only to find a startling sight, a woman with her face nearly entirely concealed beneath bandages. It was their mother, fresh from cosmetic facial surgery. This revelation left Lucas and Elias surprised, but they dutifully followed her lead. However, something felt off. Mom seemed to favor Elias inexplicably, attending only to him, serving him food and drink, and engaging solely with him while Lucas was left unnoticed. Adding to the peculiarity, Mom laid down some strict new rules due to her recovery, demanding absolute silence in the house, forbidding visitors and animals, and insisting on closed curtains and quiet outdoor play. As the twins observed their mother's increasingly odd behavior, suspicions arose. They questioned whether the person beneath the bandages was truly their mom. Their doubts deepened when Mom displayed uncharacteristic cruelty, physically punishing Elias for his misbehavior. In a shared dream, the twins witnessed their mother wandering into the woods, shedding her clothes and unraveling her bandages, her head contorting unnaturally. The following day, Lucas and Elias rebelled, deliberately causing trouble in defiance. A heated confrontation ensued, with the twins vehemently demanding the return of their true mommy. Their mother is convinced her children have gone mad. When Elias insists she's not his mom, Mommy punishes him, making him repeat 10 times that she's his real mother, and orders him to stop talking to Lucas. Elias feels crushed, sensing Mommy's attempt to drive a wedge between them. Days pass, but Lucas and Elias still harbor resentment toward Mommy, yearning for their real mother's return. One day, Mommy seeks to reconcile, claiming she's no longer angry. Entering the room with her new, unmanaged face, Mommy offers a boomerang as an apology. Despite this gesture, Lucas and Elias remain skeptical of her identity, even after comparing her to old photos. Mommy's peace offering prompts Elias to ask to play outside, and when Mommy opens the door, the boys make a break for it, fleeing to town and seeking refuge with a priest. Tricked by the priest's false promises of aid, they're returned home. Mommy, confronted by the priest, vaguely references past difficulties. As she searches for Elias and Lucas, they enact a plan against her. She wakes to find herself bound to the bed, facing her twins wearing homemade goblin masks. Lucas and Elias demand answers about their real mother. Mommy insists she is their mother, sparking a disagreement between the twins. When alone with Elias, Mommy pleads her case, urging him to free her. Elias begins to comply, but Lucas intervenes, revealing Mommy's deceit by rubbing off her facial birthmark. Mommy claims it was removed in surgery, but Elias, unconvinced, lashes out, refusing to believe her lies. In that harrowing moment, Lucas and Elias continue their relentless interrogation while subjecting Mommy to unimaginable torment. Days pass with Mommy bound to the bed, enduring the humiliation of wetting herself. Briefly freed by the twins to change the bedding, Mommy seizes a chance to escape, only to be ensnared by a trap they've set, rendering her unconscious. Regaining consciousness glued to the living room floor, Mommy faces Elias's escalating desperation. He threatens to burn down the house unless she reveals the truth about their mother. In a desperate bid for survival, Mommy offers Elias a deal. She'll pretend Lucas is alive again, catering to his every whim, if he frees her. Tearfully, she confesses that Lucas's death wasn't Elias's fault, pleading for her freedom so they can both move past the tragedy. Here's where the truth unfolds. Lucas has been dead all along, merely a figment of Elias's dissociative identity disorder, his mind unable to accept his twins' demise. Mommy, initially playing along with Elias's delusion, tries to act as if Lucas is still present. But for Elias, Lucas is real, a stark contrast to Mommy's reality. Challenging her to prove her identity by revealing Lucas's actions, Elias watches as Mommy fails to perceive Lucas holding a torch near the curtain. Convinced that his real mother could see Lucas, Elias takes matters into his own hands, igniting the curtain. Flames consume the living room, ultimately claiming Mommy's life in a fiery blaze. As firefighters arrive too late to save Mommy, the film's final moments reveal Elias and Lucas walking through a cornfield, reunited with their mother in spirit, the three of them sharing a poignant embrace. Thus, the movie Goodnight Mommy concludes, with a startling revelation that the lady in the house was indeed their real mother, seeking a fresh start after a devastating divorce and the tragic loss of a son. In her quest for renewal, she underwent plastic surgery and relocated, only to meet a tragic end at the hands of her tormented son's fractured psyche. As the charade continues, Mommy's patience wears thin. She resorts to violence and threats, desperate to quell Elias's persistent belief in his deceased brother. In the film's poignant conclusion, we witness the disintegration of the idyllic family portrait into ashes, a bitter reminder of the shattered reality brought about by Lucas's untimely death. The scene serves as a grim reflection of what could have been, had tragedy not torn their lives apart. Elias's fate after the devastating fire remains uncertain, leaving viewers with lingering questions. Don't forget to subscribe for more thought-provoking content, turn on notifications, and show your support by leaving a like. Thank you for watching.